Hey everyone, and happy Sunday to you. It's Lisa here, and I am going to start this live with Lisa every Sunday night. And what I'm going to do is just spend a few minutes talking with you guys. I'm going to have a word of the week, kind of a theme of the week. And then what I'm going to do is talk about kind of my weekend review and what's coming up and the things that I'm doing too. So I know Sunday nights can be a night where people get a little bit anxious and a little bit vulnerable, and they get in those Sunday blues, right? That's why I chose this background, because we have to go back to work. Well, tomorrow's a holiday, but for the most part, Sunday's not a fun night because you start thinking about all the things you have to do. You start thinking about going back to work. You may have had an indulgent weekend and you may not feel the best. So I thought that on Sunday nights around 9 o'clock, after I get my kids in bed, I will start doing live with Lisa. I just thought that sounded good. So first of all, I want to start out with the word of the week. And what word I want everyone to focus on this week is gratitude. And I think too often we get stuck in a rut thinking that, oh, poor me, or, oh, my life is bad because, or we point the finger or we blame someone. And just take a second this week and think of all the things you are grateful for. And I'm going to read you one of my quotes. I have one of these daily tearaway calendars and I absolutely love it. And so today's happens to say, love yourself. Be grateful for all you are and all that you're becoming. So just know that wherever you are in your life, like you can become whoever you want to be. And it just starts with a day one. It just starts with step one. And whether that is to be a better person physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, there has to be a day one. So be grateful and take a moment in each week and really focus on it this week. I have a journal that I write in every day, and every single day I write down 3 things that I am grateful for. And it can be anything from my kids sleeping through the night to the sun shining to me getting through an entire chapter in a book without an interruption. But those are things that I'm grateful for, and they may be little and minuscule. But if you start focusing on gratitude and the things that you are grateful for, then more will come into your life. And I'm just a person who believes in that whatever you put out into the universe is going to come back to you. So this week's word of the week is gratitude. And I want you guys to focus on that and really focus on being grateful for where you are. Even if you're on day one of your journey, be grateful that you are showing up and you are committing to day one, again, of whatever that journey may be for you. So let's focus on gratitude a little bit this week. And if you aren't someone who journals, maybe just get a Post-it and every morning write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And I promise you, as you start to look through that, or even grab a notebook, that's what I do. I write in a notebook, it's my journal, and I write in it every day, 3 things I'm grateful for, what I'm committed to doing, and what I'm excited about. And it just kind of gets me started for my day. All right, so let's talk about this week in review. So we kind of kicked off the new year this week. This is what I call my end of week 1 of the new year, because I feel like, January 1st was a Monday. And so it was a holiday and it just didn't feel like a week, right? The kids were still out of school. It was still break time. It was crazy, at least here in Florida anyway. And so I felt like last week was kind of that week 1, right? Like the start of the new year, back on track, back on schedule. And it went well. I finished a book. I finished my first book of 2018. What did I read? I finished How Successful People Think by John Maxwell. He is one of my favorite authors. And I'm actually getting ready to start tomorrow, How Successful People Lead. So one of my favorite authors. These are teeny tiny books. They're easy to get through, like 120 pages. I got through this one in 2 weeks. I read about a chapter a day. And it just really gets you thinking in the right mindset. And so I always love reading professional development books. If you guys ever have questions or need recommendations on professional development books, I'm happy to do that for you, because I usually read about 2 a month. So I'm looking, I usually read about 24-ish a year. Hi, how are you? Jonna says she's grateful for me. Oh, thank you. So kind of a week in review, right? Like we got through that week, we got back on track, we got back on schedule. I finished a book. So today was just kind of crazy because it was all about, if you guys haven't noticed, I am getting ready to start an 80-day journey, and that 80-day journey is going to be with 100 other women. And we are diving into an 80-day program that none of us have done before. We are all doing it together because a lot of the times as a health and fitness coach, I will get access early on to programs and I will get to try them and then I will get to share them. Well, I haven't done this program. So it's kind of scary, but it's kind of exciting at the same time because I'm doing it right along with all of my clients and coaches and customers at the same time. And it's 80 days and it's 80 different workouts. And it's all about timed nutrition. And if you've never heard of timed nutrition or don't know what it is, it basically means that the food you're eating is you're consuming it at a certain time of the day around your workout so that your body can refuel properly after the workout and so that you're promoting lean muscle mass, you're promoting lean muscle synthesis by eating specific foods at certain times. So that's what we're doing for the next 80 days. And the workouts are a little longer. It's more for like an intermediate-ish person, but so we've been preparing for that. So all day this weekend and all day today and this whole weekend, it's been all about meal planning and meal prepping and getting everything ready to go and make sure our group's ready to go and make sure everybody's got their meal plans ready to go. But it's been rough, and I'm just going to be honest. And like I do this a lot and I self-sabotage, and I don't know why I do it. It's like it's a mental thing. And I know I'm getting ready to start a program tomorrow and I've already taken my before pictures and measurements and all that. But it's like, I just can't get enough food today. It's like, I'm going to eat everything that's in my house because I self-sabotage, and I do it all the time. Like when I go on vacation, like I'll just splurge and go crazy because I'm on vacation. I earned it, right? And that's not the right mindset to have. I do think, a cheat meal per week is by all means acceptable, because that's the life I want to live. I want to live a lifestyle of balance, right? But I don't think it's necessary to completely binge and go crazy and self-sabotage, which guilty. I do it, and it's not something that I'm proud of. And I'm really hoping that I am going to dig deep into this 80-day program. It's going to really result in some mental changes. Not only physical changes, but mental changes, because I have a bad relationship with food. And I know a lot of people have different relationships with food, but I am someone who self-sabotages. And I know that if I'm starting a new plan on Monday, I'll just eat everything in the house on Sunday. And that's not good. That's not healthy. But you know what? Human, right? Guilty. So I've kind of been going through those emotions for the past couple days, and I'm ready to be done. I physically feel sick right now because I've eaten like crap today. So I'm definitely ready for this 80-day program and ready to get started. So that's kind of the week in review. So coming up, I'm really excited about what's going on. I'm not, January is a big month for people in their health and fitness, but I'm also doing some really fun things that are not related to health and fitness. I'm running a debt elimination group. And so if you are not added in that group and you would like to be, please let me know. It's free. I'm really using the principles of Dave Ramsey and his Total Money Makeover. And so it's an 8-week group that I am teaching a different baby step each week, and I just started it last week, so you will not be behind if you want to join. I'm running this group. It's free, it's fun. You'll learn some healthy and happy ways to eliminate debt and save some money. Why not? I'm also doing a business mentorship training this whole week. So I've set up a private group. I'm going to be giving some tips and tricks on how I've built a business from home. I know a lot of people are interested in building businesses. They just don't know how to get started. And so what I've put together is a 5-day group that is free, and anybody is welcome to join. Even if you've already started a business, you're just not quite sure what to do with it. I plan to just give a tip of the day and really just kind of talk through how to start your own home-based business and what it takes and how you make money. And, what if you're an introvert? What if you don't post on social media? How do you find people? That kind of thing. I'm really just going to dig deep into training and business mentorship and business development for this whole coming week. So I have those 2 things going in to next week. And then obviously, we're starting the 80-day obsession group. But I also want to put this out there. I've had a few people reach out and they're like, Lisa, I just don't think I'm ready for 80-day obsession. Like, it looks pretty intense. And you know what? That's perfectly okay, because I have a place for you. I have a place for everyone. Even if you have not ever picked up a weight in your life, I am here to help you. And I'm here to help you find a plan that works for you, even if it just starts with changing some simple things in your nutrition, even if it just starts with taking a walk down the street, just movement and just changing some things in your nutrition and diet is going to be helpful to you. So I have plans. I have accountability groups for people who are just starting out on their health and fitness journey, in addition to people who are ready and kind of at that intermediate place to really kick it up a notch by doing this 80-day program. So I want you all to know that, because I know my mind and everything I've been posting is all about this 80-day thing, right? But I'm also here to help people who are just getting started on their journey and show them how they can learn to eat in a balanced nutrition, learn to eat in balance and watch portions and get about 30 minutes of activity, and they will see some really dramatic changes in their physical and mental well-being. So that's kind of what's going on this week. I'm just looking through my notes here because so what I plan to do is every Sunday night, I'm going to do this live with Lisa and just do like I said, we'll have a word of the week. We'll talk, like this week's word is gratitude, right? We're going to do a week in review, just talk about everything that's gone on. My plan is to talk about my emotions, things I'm going through, because I'm a real person and I want to be transparent. And, a lot of times everybody sees my little highlight reel, right? Oh, there's Lisa again. She's posting her picture. She's smiling at 6 a.m. Oh, look, there's Lisa, And yes, that is real life, but also there's some crappy parts too. And so I'm just going to be transparent with you all and share the ups, the downs, the emotional roller coaster that I go through on a weekly basis. So you can look forward to that. And then every Monday, I will be posting my weekly update pictures. So I plan to do a featured album on my Facebook page so that you can see my progress. Now, I'm not going to notate every single thing I'm eating just because it's so hard to do that when you're eating 5 times a day, but I will capture some pictures of things I'm eating. I will share some of the recipes. Again, I'll do some live videos. I know people like those. But I'm going to every Monday update you on my progress from the week prior, because this is a 13-week commitment. So 2 more things and then I'm going to sign off, because one of the things that we are supposed to do with this workout is, this new program is to get at least 8 hours of sleep every night. So I am going to challenge myself to be in my bed by 9:30 every night and asleep by 10 every night. Hopefully, maybe 9:30. But, so a couple more things that are going on. Now I lost my train of thought on one of them. I have a big announcement that I'm going to make here in a second. But, so over the course of the next 80 days, I'm going to eliminate a couple of things. I'm not a big fan of elimination diets. I don't think they're necessary. Like a lot of people do the ketogenic diet, and if that's fine, if it works for them. But I'm not a fan of eliminating things from your diet. I think that we as humans need aspects from, we need nutrients from our fruit, from our vegetables, from our lean proteins, from our carbohydrates. We need so much of each of those food groups. And I'm not saying you should go out and gorge on like 500 grams of carbohydrates in a meal, but I do think that you need a good amount or a good balance of everything in order to maintain health. And so I'm not a huge fan of elimination diets, but me personally, over the course of the next 80 days, I am going to be eliminating alcohol. And I do think that it's good. It's time. This is the time of year when I really want to go all in with my fitness and my nutrition. And so I am working to be gluten conscious. I don't have celiac disease. I am I'm fine physically, but I'm going to work on being gluten conscious, and I'm going to be eliminating alcohol for the next 80 days. And it's scary, not because I feel like I need alcohol, but, I enjoy a glass of wine. Sometimes when I'm cooking, I enjoy a glass of wine with my neighbors. I enjoy a glass of wine, if we go out to dinner. And, I think that this is going to be a true test for me. I've done all of these programs before, and you guys have probably watched my journey, and I always make these little exceptions, or I change things around just a little bit to fit to my needs, and I don't get the 100% results because I make these minor changes. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to follow this program, 80 days, no alcohol. And I'm going to be very conscious of my gluten as well, and try to limit all gluten and eat when I'm eating starchy carbs, move more toward like sweet potatoes or regular potatoes or gluten-free bread, and stay away from anything that has wheat in it. So with that being said, I have a big announcement, and the reason why I'm doing this, so I've decided I will be 39 this year, and I've decided like I'm gonna take it up a notch. I'm gonna take everything up in my life a notch. It's 2018, I'm 38 years old, and if my neighbor's watching, we were talking about this, that the eights are all in alignment this year, and I'm like, yeah, it's 2018, I'm 38, it's just a lot of different eights, right? And so I am going to do a physique competition. And I'm really nervous about it because although I've put pictures out there all the time of you guys to see me, like I've never thought of myself of being on stage or being in a competition. And Beachbody, the company that I work for and the company that has all of these programs that I do, actually hosts a physique competition in the summer at our national conference. And it's going to be in Indianapolis, my hometown this year. So I thought, what a better way. So I'm committing to this 80-day program. I'm eliminating alcohol for 80 days. I'm doing the meal plan and the workouts 100%. I am not cheating. I am going to get some amazing results. And then I'm just going to keep on going until June. So from basically at this point forward for the next 20 weeks, I'm going to need your help. And I'm going to need you to help hold me accountable too, because, you know, just like they say, it takes a village to raise children. It takes a village to keep you motivated and to keep you on track and to keep you excited about life every day. And like just hearing words of encouragement from other people definitely helps get me through my day. So I am committing to doing that. And it's a little scary to me, but I think that now is the time. And like I said before, I've always made exceptions. I've always tweaked my nutrition just a little bit, just to fit in my little indulgences and the things that I like. And I think now is the time to really get focused and do it 100%. And so that was my big announcement. And I'm really excited. So I think that every Sunday night, 9 o'clock, I'm going to do Live with Lisa. And again, if you guys have questions or things you want me to answer ahead of time, please feel free to send them over or ask them in this thread. I don't care. Whatever works best for you. But what I'd like to do is share with you guys a word for the week. So don't forget, this week is gratitude. Show some gratitude. Write down what you're grateful for. You know, whether it's just getting out of bed in the morning, it's something to be grateful for, right? So focus on gratitude this week. Think about your life. Start journaling. If you're not someone who already journals, it's something that's really helped me be reflective in my thinking and really helps me plan ahead. And, you know, let's start talking about the week prior, and then we'll start talking about the week coming up. And so just give you a little dose of Monday motivation on these dreary Sunday nights that everybody is dreading going back to work. So get excited for the week, guys. It's a brand new week. You have the chance to start over. You have the chance to be day one. You have the chance to be grateful for all that you have around you. And think of something that you want to make, or think of one change that you want to make in your life. It doesn't have to be physical. You don't have to commit to a crazy workout program, but maybe you just want to get up 15 minutes earlier. Maybe you want to read a chapter a day in a book. Maybe you want to be able to go for a walk or run a mile. Whatever it is, think of something you want to do, put it on a piece of paper, put it on your calendar, and make a commitment to yourself to mark it off and get it done. All right. So I hope everybody has a great night. Thanks for tuning in. We will just continue these every Sunday night live with Lisa. And guess what? So real quick before I sign off, I'm going to give you another tip. So I was reading an article. I am in my pajamas right now, and it says that like 70% of people who wear pajamas to bed sleep better and get better quality sleep instead of people who just throw on a t-shirt, right? So I don't know if you're a pajama wearer, but some article, it may not have been like a Harvard Business Journal, all right? It might have been in a magazine. But it said that people who wear pajamas to bed versus just regular clothes get 70% better quality sleep. So I'm a pajama wearer. Don't know if you are. But I'm going to sign off, get ready for bed. But thank you guys for tuning in with Live with Lisa. And I hope you have a most fabulous week. Don't forget about gratitude, because be grateful for all you are and all that you're becoming. All right, guys, have a great night.